Greetings, Earthlings. We're doing a general collective reading right at the moment. Squeeze me while I readjust myself. So little pre a little pre-reading shadow. Sorry, it was not really sorry, but just listening to music. Listening to my jams, my tones, my tunes. So this is the energy that was coming out. Something is about to have really rapid change. And when I say rapid, I mean rapid. This is the wealth card. Something I got the image of, I don't know if you guys have seen that National Geographic image of the bear standing at the top of a waterfall with his mouth wide open, and he's like, like catching a fish that he's then, you know, masticating on pretty violently or whatever, aggressively, like just gnawing on it, right? So there's something about you're going to be consuming a lot of information, a lot of possibly food. You could be going to some type of could be hosting a dinner. I'm saying that I think it's more mental. Okay, I'm just gonna say that there's some people that like to have a smorgasbord every once in a while. Then there's other people. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It's like someone's drilling through the wall. That's what it sounds like. Someone drilling or attempting to drill through the wall. Anyway, there's something about you consuming, or you might be watching something like taking in a whole bunch of like social media, or taking it like there's something about, yeah, look, it's number 4, awareness coming right out. That's what I mean. There's something about some you could be feeling like something is consuming you, like it's almost like eating you alive. I don't really feel like that's the energy, but it's possible. Yeah, here's inner authority, number 14. It's like you have a goal in mind, or you're looking at a target. And because you're looking straight at the target, your sense of depth perception, it's almost like this. It's like your depth perception is going to change rapidly. Okay. The moving water in the National Geographic example was the rapid change. It was, I want to say there's almost like there's an inner authority about you that's about to like take aim. Okay. You're not going to have to touch anything. It's going to do it on its own. Mostly because it wants to, not because you're doing anything to it. Okay. This awareness, though, may bring about a really it's like it's a mind F, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you've heard the term sapiosexual before, but I'm gonna use it now. Um, it's almost like realizing that somebody is so intelligent that they don't even find what the rest of the world would find interesting. Like Beethoven not having an ear, but still composing an entire song through vibrational frequency. Or Van Gogh being kind of half cocked, And it's a there's something about the nature of this metamorphosis that needs to be changed, and the awareness of that is going to be heightened so quickly, and I don't want to say violently. I don't know why that. You know how rapids are just, they're rough. Like when you're whitewater rafting, if you're on the raft, you might be in for a really bumpy ride. Okay, that bear in National Geographic, that's what I'm talking about. So I need you to make the discernment between the two. Sometimes the water carries you, and sometimes you can, some are able to, some people, creatures, humans, beings, I'm just going to say, I don't know all the beings that can stand at the top. Like a bear is really heavy. It's a huge animal that is not to be messed with. Okay? Once that bear is standing in those rapids, it's not going anywhere. It's just going to stand there and catch as much fish as it wants to eat and then leave. That's the nature of the bear. It doesn't mean that the rapids aren't being violent. Doesn't mean it feels good to stand in a whole bunch of rushing water that's cascading over the side of a cliff. You know, I don't know why I'm hearing Janet Jackson's Cascade, but it's like that, or TLC, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. There are some people who are built for that, like built for it. It's not ever going to be something that the bear is never going to second guess whether or not it's safe to walk out into the middle of the waterfall. Okay, it's going to do it every time it's hungry. It's had success doing that before. It's what it's going to do every single time. What you need to understand, the no love just coming out. Yeah, here's cooperation at the bottom of the deck suddenly. All of the sudden, at the bottom of the deck. Just, you need to understand that when you don't have the ability to do something, you shouldn't hold it against yourself. And if you do, other people will start holding it against you too. So let's give a different example to try to depict this in a different way. You ask a goldfish. We'll use Sam Smith, right? Black and Gold is the name of the song, if you'd like to listen to it. But basically, he's talking about how if the fish swam out of the ocean and grew legs and started talking, and like the apes climbed down from the trees and grew tall. I mean, it's about the evolution of a species over time. It's about either being able to stand at that top of that waterfall at the precipice. My cat literally she just not used her paw and knocked half this deck off. I'll go get the cards in a minute and we'll see what she knocked. But this one's going to be significant for some reason. Is that correct? Do you want this one? Ophelia? Eh. Sometimes she actually tells me, but yeah, there's the wealth. They're still at the bottom of the deck. But here, yeah, look, there's boundaries to people's abilities. That's what I'm trying to say. You cannot ask a goldfish to behave or go on an exciting adventure of a lifetime, right? Through a forest without also asking it to forfeit its life. Do you understand? You cannot ask a bear to discontinue standing at the top of the waterfall catching fish in its mouth because it's, consuming its dinner, and not be asking it to forfeit its life. Some things are more primal, some things are not. Some things are obvious, some things are not. That's what I need this read to be prefaced with, because that's the energy that is coming out. It is really about the hidden becoming obvious. It's about not having to change who you are in order to be loved, accepted, completely understood. honored, cared for, loved. You don't have to change that. And when someone is consistently asking you, could you just change this one little part of yourself? Um, no, no. The expectation to eat dinner at the top of the waterfall was already set. The expectation to live inside of a fishbowl was already set. The expectation to survive was already set. So as soon as the bear realizes that for some reason they can't eat out of this river anymore, or this stream, this gurgling brook of this eddy of water that's just cascading over the cliff, it's going to change locations. The fish in the fishbowl, however, doesn't have that luxury. That fish is at the mercy of its fishbowl. It will never enjoy the rapids, ever. Okay? Like that's an actual thing. And if you try to put the fish in the actual river, it probably will die. If you try to ask the bear to eat out of the fishbowl, it will probably die. This is not rocket science. It is not hard to actually, kind of assess the situation in a different light, I guess you could say, in a different way. There's a real active desire that I'm feeling from the general collective to have the freedom to live, not to be extinct. If you've never seen that movie Extinction on Netflix, you should go watch it. It's essentially saying that we've all already died and that we've all already been replaced with like fembot type robots, right? And they're not all female, obviously. Fembots are so Austin Powers, but I'm just trying to say, same kind of technological, biological evolution is going to happen. And there's going to be a boundary that's going to need to be set between the two sides. Species by species is how we evaluate extinction level events. For humans, it's more like a comet hitting the earth, or something like that. Like extinction level events right now are not a really bad outbreak of like the plague or something that wipes out, all of Europe and then comes to America. That's more like what humans think about when we think about extinction level events. There's a species level interaction that actually does exist as well. And although people don't ever want to pay attention to it, the boundaries are now being, I want to say, pushed. I just hear this person trying to drill through my wall constantly. They consistently try to drill through the wall, and it's constantly never going to happen. Yeah, look, you're not going to rescue people that don't want to understand that your natural state of being is your natural state of being. It's not about give and take at this point anymore. It's not about that. The earth never asked any animal to give to it. It simply said it would take care of it, love it unconditionally, without conditions. Okay? It never said, look, ride the wave, coming right out. The planet never asked us to be thankful for it. It never asked us to invest in it. It just supports every life form on it. It accepts every single life form that lives upon the face of its surface. It's just the way things are. And yeah, look, here comes Rescue, and then Heal the Ouch kind of came out topsy-turvy, but that I feel like the Heal the Ouch is also, it's necessary to feel the pain to heal it. I've heard other tarot card readers say things like, you have to feel it to heal it. And I like it. That's a good little saying, I suppose, right? Also, though, you need to understand that that bear does not have any feelings. It's existing. That's its primitive function: to eat, sleep, and reproduce. That's it. Those three things. Very top tier of a bear's self-actualization. Okay, if we're going to talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that's the rescue. Do you see the waterfall? The bear is up here at the top of the smokestack. I'm seeing stacks at a library. Someone is like studying something in the stacks of a library. That's what this is. It's the bear has an island of its own. Like, it doesn't have to deal with the same ish that everybody else does. For example, yeah, coming to life is just here at the bottom of the deck. The goldfish does. You see, the goldfish has this one place to be. One place to be. Ow, don't bite me. No. Like I was saying about the goldfish, a little bit limited sometimes. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I'm just seeing a beta fish, the way these clothes are flowing off of her. It's kind of like a beta. They gotta be alone. Sometimes they're isolated. That the feeling of isolation is there. They know how to exist in that aquarium and in that aquarium only. Rapids would be way too much. So understanding that the goal for one person is not the goal for another, because we're different bloodlines, we're different species of human. And yes, we all coexist together. Imagine how the fish day went that day. They encountered a whole mouth of a bear. Probably not a great day on the fish's part. I'm just going to put that out there. All I'm trying to say is that you can't compare yourself to other people because you don't know other people's life. What is absolutely normal to one species may be absolutely foreign to another. Okay? You don't know what is the limit for one person and what is the limit for another. You don't know that. You can never be sure. It's the problem of other minds, if we want to be really philosophically Descartes about it. Yeah, there's number 27, commitment. You have to speak your mind. If you don't communicate, if you don't tell anybody what it is that you want to commit to, I want to stand right here at the top of the waterfall, catching fish, being happy, being my little three little bears Goldilocks self, okay? That's what I want to do. I'm committed to it. If I don't tell anybody that, the only thing left is bone collection. All they're seeing is, dang, she's hella greedy and just wants to eat all the fish. No. Some people just want to survive. They want to be where they are loved, appreciated, understood, accepted for the species that they are. When you see a black bear walking around downtown, whatever city that you live in, that's the day I want you to realize the world is finally free. Because right now it's a zoo out there. It's a jungle, right? The zoo dictates what wild animals in the city eat. So a wild animal would be probably better suited to just stay invisible. Speaking of which, my cat is insane. But anyway, I am trying to say in a really rough way. Not sure if this is communicating or not. Yes, it is. what one person goes through is not necessarily what you want to go through just because you like the smell of the roses. In some languages, they call floating poop roses. It's like saying, who cut the cheese? There are some idiots that don't understand idioms, but there's also some idiots that do. And they love them. They're very cheeky, tongue-in-cheek individuals. Sarcastic, dark humor, not really the type to be fishbowled. At least not fishbowled over. It's like smelling the roses, smelling the columbines, smelling the daisies, the azaleas. The only thing that bear smelled was food when it was starving. So that's it. There's a tension. Someone in the collective will understand this message. And you need to pay attention to who you love, what you love, why you love that. But if there's no attention and no communication of the fact that there are specifically differences in people, between people, then we can't heal the ouch. The ouch will not be healed. There would simply just be bone collection constantly happening. And it's going to be a loop-de-loop that the entire world is stuck in. Because if you know anything at all about energetic healing, you do the work on yourself and it affects everybody around you. In that order. Things don't start outside of you and come inside. These are things that start inside and you have to put it out. Your energy that you put out, that's what's coming to everybody. So what goes around comes around. It's kind of like an eye for an eye, honestly. If I punch you in your eye because I'm like, how dare you chase that waterfall? Right? So you punch me in my eye and you're like, I'm chasing the waterfall because I'm hungry just like you and I wanted to eat. I could punch you back and be like, how dare you put your life in danger? It sounds good, doesn't it? Like we just wanted to eat together and save each other's lives, but that's not at all what that was to begin with. And when you actually shed light or put attention on it, you need, like, the general collective has a need to heal the ouch without having to grave dig other people, other places, other things. You don't need to dig into each other's world like that. It is disrespectful. Right off the bat, from day one. And bloody hell, aren't we tired of it yet? My God, look. Here's rescue, number 16, and here's love, number 1. So together they equal 17. I'm just hearing Brigida again. I am 16, going on 17. That's kind of what this is. It's a growing up. Like, people need to grow up and realize that their mindset, the way they function, may not actually be translatable at all, ever, at any point in time to other people. It's like transmission of a message or of a disease or of it's a transmission, it's a giving, it's a paying forward. Live and let live, and then these kind of things don't have to happen. But when you make an agreement with the universe, saying, yes, both of us are going to live and walk in each other's shoes. No, you're not. I'll be damned if I see a black bear. First of all, free downtown would be more feasible than in a fishbowl, in an aquarium. They're not domesticated or domesticatable. This is equivalent, this energy that's coming through with the love coming out in reverse first, and then we flipped it, thank God. But all I'm trying to say is that this is equivalent of getting angry at the orca, Shamu, that killed his trainer. You put that massive, colossal, beautifully gorgeous, huge animal that is used to having the whole sea, the whole ocean. You decided that you wanted to make some money, so you put it in a cage, depressed it as badly as you could, and when it attacks you, then it has to be euthanized. That's the equivalent of this energy. You're either going to euthanize everybody, everything, every species on this planet by trying to make them conform or behave or force them to be the person, be the cat, be the dog that you want it to be, and getting mad at it after Michael Vick fights the dogs. You can't kick a dog and then think it's going to love you. That's not the way to heal the ouch. You let the dog be who the dog is. You let them learn how to love by being gentle and kind. And kindness gets you 3 times further than this bone collecting information. If you want to do 1 by 1, we could do 2 by 2. The ants go marching a lot of different ways, but it's always in the Ides of March. You know what I'm saying? That they drag all of us through life. And if it's going to be a choice between bone collection, number 1, or healing the ouch, number 2, y'all can decide for yourself. It's free will, so that's not part of my job. But what is to inform you that it doesn't make any sense, the fishbowl Shamu situation. The fish, the beta, yes, the beta is happier on its own. Beta. Doing better and better with a beta fish, right? No, it's like some people call personalities like that. Some people are alphas, some people's are betas. Some people are alphas and some people are omegas. Some people are sigmas and some people are omegas. I don't know. It's like the Myers-Briggs test, personality test. Even if you find out what your personality is that going to change your personality? Is there something you could add to this love that would change the way that you behave, the way that you look, the way that you feel? Because those aspects are really the only thing that's going to take you off the waterfall or out of the fishbowl. That'll make a fish want to jump. So I'm just saying, no free willy, but am endorsing the idea of understanding that not everybody has the same love language. Just like everybody's not the same species. And asking somebody to let go of who they are is a big deal. Saying I love you should be a big deal. It should mean something that's gonna be like a forever situation, but that's not necessarily the way other people hear it, perceive it, or understand it. And that's okay. So I'll get one more card from a completely different deck. Excuse me, Ophelia. This is going to be moving forward. This is what I mean about connection. Here's abundance right here. So let me explain. Let me explain. If you believe that as a bear, you could fall in love with a goldfish, just play pretend. That's going to require some serious adjustments, not only in your life, but in the goldfish life. The goldfish may have serious fears about you possibly eating it. It sat there and watched you consume salmon, trout, rainbow fish all day long, just chomping, masticating the heck out of those, okay? That's what that goldfish witnessed. It's what that goldfish saw. It is a real experience. And it's going to have to continue in order for that bear to survive. It's going to have to keep eating some type of sustenance. Yes, they could eat nuts and berries. So you're asking someone to become a vegetarian or vegan so as not to terrify the vision of this goldfish. And the goldfish is going to have to learn either how to swim upstream super fast, and I don't even know if they have the muscles available to do that, or to be willing to just observe some real crushing moments for other fish and not feel anything about it. There's something about the general collective. This is the rapid. You're going to see something. You're going to realize something. I told you it's a belief. It's a mind F, whatever is about to happen. Okay? If you don't believe in abundance, you're about to. If you don't believe that some people are different than other people, you're about to. If you didn't believe in something, whatever it is, aliens, I don't know, supernatural powers, you're about to. This abundance is already there. You just have to have the eyes to see it, the ears to hear it, and the voice to communicate it. If you can't do one of those three things, then it's kind of like taking away one of those hierarchy tiers on the pyramid of Maslow. It removes the ability to get to the abundance if you can't keep up. Okay? I know I said I was only doing one last card moving forward, and that was the commitment card. But I kind of, because belief and commitment were there, or abundance, I want to see what's being committed to, because that was number 27 is commitment. So, yeah, this was actually this way, spirit of place. But I want you to look at this. I do just want to say that in the energetic understanding of this card right now, this is the bear looking at this tiny little gold leaf, which is the goldfish. Kind of looks hungry. The goldfish is going to have to like literally figure out if it's okay. If it's okay to live in the vicinity of somebody that could definitely want to consume you. They want to eat you. But I think the goldfish is a little bit intimidated or maybe scared. It wouldn't be that off the wall for the goldfish to be like, I really love you, but you scare me. That's legitimate, okay? The bear is not doing anything wrong though, and you gotta give the bear credit for that. Okay? A different the size I was the size of the goldfish probably kind of doesn't appeal to the bear anyway. It just yeah, look, ride the wave. Look, they're gonna have to learn how to rapids. No details about the intention. Like I said, gonna have to figure out if you're about to get eaten or loved. Interspecies relationships. No flying. Stay grounded. You got to actually be realistic about yourself and be like, this is what I can handle, this is what I cannot. And if you can't say that, then you're not going to be home. Hey, use it or lose it, okay? This is equivalent of that relationship between it's gonna be an extinction level event if this is going to be consistently repeated. Because the bear is going to end up getting frustrated that the goldfish is always nervous or always scared or always asking, are you about to eat me? They're going to get frustrated and be like, no, I'm not going to eat you. And then eventually you'll be like, you know that song, I Should Have Cheated on You by Keisha Cole? It's kind of like that. Eventually you're like, you know, I should eat you because you keep on asking me. And I keep telling you what you need to do so that you're not the flying fish that I end up eating. But you don't want to hear what I'm saying? Number 22. It's like having a backup insurance plan available and you just don't use it because the other person's love language doesn't make sense to you. That's it. The goldfish has never walked on land, let alone swim upstream that fast. Moving water is different than sitting water. Salt water couldn't handle that anyway. There has to be a specific pH on the inside of that aquarium, or just the ecosystem is thrown completely out of homeostasis. That bear cannot run out of love even one time for that fish, or the fish is dead. Anyway, I hope that helps. I don't know how this applies to your life. These were really general, kind of like broad stories that I was trying to tell. You can apply it to your life the way that you see fit. Hopefully all is well.